This is to Mr. Gregan. Is the district done leaseback types of things before, and will they enter into a multi-year lease types of things? Or?
Wow, I can't answer that question, but I think Garrett can.
If you want to pose that as an option, we're willing to look at it.
I mean, that would be a multi-year contract commitment that sometimes...
We're not opposed to that. We're not opposed to that. Yeah.
Let me make a comment, though. I think that a lot of just me sitting here listening to this, and this was meant to be very open and dynamic. It seemed that it was a little bit closed to some degree. It was a little bit seemed a little bit scripted. We don't know the answer to most of these questions. We are absolutely all about trading off between the sunk cost in an existing evidence handling solution versus the cost of that as a part of a holistic and total solution. But the bottom line is, we're here to learn, and on the 18th we expect to learn much more about what the solution may look like. We have no idea. We don't know if it'll be inside or outside the district. We don't know if it'll be on the St. Elizabeth site that we have sort of decided might work, but it may not work. So we're all about finding your ideas. This whole thing is about discovering what's the best holistic and total solution in the aggregate from where we are today to where we need to be. All we can do is tell you what our problem is. So this has been very revelatory, I think, to me and probably to everyone in this room. This has been a great conference in some respects because you've given us much more to think about, and I really do appreciate that. Are there other questions from any member of the panel, the MPD?
Just one, not question, but I just want to make sure it's not lost Dimitri's effort and Vic's effort on the use of the wiki. There's a lot of questions I'm sure some folks haven't thought of. We are putting this particular event on the website, so please use the website as being one of your primary sources for getting questions and requests for information back to us. It is reviewed daily by the contact specialist and at least weekly by myself through her. So we want you to utilize this as opposed to trying to catch up with people by phone calls or sending information in by paper and it being missed by some particular means. This will be our primary source of exchange of information. I just want to highlight that. Thank you.
Are there any additional questions?
I had a question about funding. You mentioned the answer to funding seemed to be unclear. So I'm trying to understand how you plan to award the RFP in June without a clear idea of funding.
Here's what I think. I was unclear on purpose. We're not quite sure. We're looking for. We don't know if the district's going to fund it, if for lease back possibly, or if you guys come up with a solution to help us fund the job. We don't know. We're looking for you to give us those options, and depending on which best option works best for the district, that's the one we're going to go with. We're looking for you to help us determine how we should fund this project. That's committed. We're committed to that. To the project, exactly.
Is there a predetermined budget then?
No, there isn't.
If you're going to have varying options that are possible in response to an RFP that you're going to issue in February, how do you compare one proposal to another in terms of what's best for the district? And one company may propose a development effort, one company may propose a pure construction design effort, and how do you separate the two to say, well, this proposal is better than the next proposal? What's the yardstick?
Strategy for the RFP has not been established yet. We're going to take your ideas, we're going to use it to develop the statement of work and develop the procurement strategy, but I would anticipate that it would be, in answer to your particular question, a best value decision. And we would select the proposal that is in the best interest of the District of Columbia overall.
I share the concern and the confusion of the gentleman in the front regarding the data on queue procurement. We were also unaware of that. I guess I'd appreciate a little more clarification on what role that might play in the context of a broader solution. It would certainly, in providing a total solution, we would come at it differently if we were integrating with a pre-selected component versus really taking make best practices available, take full advantage of the ability to integrate new technologies. The approach would be very different if there were already a system selected to be a part of that. So could you just provide a little additional guidance on how we should factor that into our thinking?
I think as our Chief Technology Officer indicated, we had identified a solution prior to this effort. But that is on hold, and it's on hold, as he indicated, as part of a determination of that, of whether that is the best solution. So at this point, we're open to best practices. We're open to any suggestion as an integrated, automated solution with this project. We haven't made, for all purposes, we've not decided. I can tell you that our current system on board that we're using is a system called Aegis, which is woefully antiquated and outdated. So that's what we're using currently. But obviously, we're not going to stay with that solution. Because again, I believe that is a flat file as well. Okay. So, so we are open to any suggestions. We are not wedded to a particular solution technology-wise at this point.
And just to follow up, could you also tell us what you currently use for records management and CAD?
The records management system, we do not have an active RMS solution. There are efforts toward obtaining an RMS solution. The CAD solution at this point, Intergraph.
Are there any additional questions? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our conference at this time. Please be sure that you have signed in over at the table there. And also, if you're interested in attending the site visit, please make sure that you complete the information that we've submitted around the table. Thank you.